In this video, I want to conclude the section on page optimization in this case study and just show you a different tool for all of this. And so as you can see,
this video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
I ran it before, and when I first started optimizing this page, I got a D, 66%. Some complaints were listed here. Minimize redirects, which we fixed since then, differing parsing of JavaScript, which we'll take a look, this gzip compression issues, which we'll discuss, and leveraging browser caching. Okay, so essentially, I got this amount of content I needed to download. It took 4.8 seconds. After I fix all this, you see much better. Everything is almost twice faster, like literally twice faster. Really minimized requests, really minimized the amount of content that needed to be loaded, and all these things here are also fixed, even partially the gzip compression, which is a complicated issue we'll discuss later. But I want to draw your attention to one fact, is that most of the improvement, according to these guys, and you see this GTmetrix is not associated with Google, so they tell a different story than the Google product. They both of these products lead us in the same direction, but this one complains about Google products much more. And most of the improvement, most of the score, that boost that happened from this score happened from me removing Google products like the YouTube video that was embedded. That was the single biggest jump. And Google's product, of course, didn't complain about that. It minimally complained about that as a minor issue. This thing, which is a third-party independent tool, really complained about it. And if you look at, if I expand this item here, defer parsing of JavaScript, it also still discusses JavaScript issues that have to do with Google Ads. And it was much worse when I had Google embedded YouTube videos. This score was much worse. And this could be improved potentially because this might be, I've literally commented out all the things that refer to ads. So I don't exactly know how to identify what it's complaining about. This is something I might have to consult with my the HTML and CSS person. Maybe we can brainstorm it together, and it just requires a little bit of more digging because I can't tell, because like I've literally commented out all the things that have to do with ads and it's still complaining about ads. So maybe I should have cleared cache or something like that, because something is not right. But you can see it's still complaining about the ads, which I've taken out. So this score can potentially improve and get me to an A area. And the only issue is with the gzip compression. And like I said, we're going to discuss that later. So this was just an example for me to show you how much worse the Google products, how much more of an impact they have in slowing down your site than Google products actually tell you. You would think that they're honest about it, but something is not adding up, because all these tools, we don't know what's going on inside really. There's some level of trust that we have to trust it blindly, because we can't dig around in there and see what their code is checking, and one is blaming the other. So this is why it's really good to use multiple tools to always verify things, because they're not always accurate. Not necessarily they're lying, they're just not always accurate. So you get a much better picture when you use multiple tools. So this concludes our case study of how quickly you can optimize your pages. And in the next videos, we're going to go over more techniques for how to do it. But these were the very quick, low-hanging fruit.